Episode 31. I kind of stumbled a wee bit. This is why you normally do the intros, Gav. I absolutely pricked it there. No reason why. We were talking about it. So, episode 31. Well, this it's genuinely the first podcast we're proper winging. Like, usually we have a wee chat hang, and we can refer to our wee chat hang, and we're not able to do that.
We're not doing it.
So,
proper podcast, maybe. How many hours have we put in? We can talk shite enough now, didn't we?
I think we've deserved a good, proper, just a big shite chat podcast, at least one.
Aye. A lot of drinks.
Okay.
Good chat.
Drinks, I've got a proper pint. Proper
pint. You sent me that picture.
It was a good picture.
It was a good picture. Oh, you put it on Instagram, actually.
Right. Everybody can
see it. You bit of water on the old glass in the freezer.
It's a European thing, yeah. Have you never had that when you go abroad?
Never had it, mate. No, I've had like chilled glasses, but I just thought they put it in some special machine or something. No, just a freezer.
It's just a big freezer, mate. A big chest freezer.
Actually, I think it was like something they've developed.
Aye.
No, mate, just a freezer.
No, it's just cold water in a freezer. You probably shouldn't be doing that, but remember you're told to drink the water abroad, but you can have your pint in a chilled glass. Anyway, so we're going to kick
talk
off
about
with
my drink.
Oh, I'm going to guess your drink, but I seen the colour in the glass, which makes
me
think
myself,
it is.
It's a cocktail.
Oh, is it?
Made it myself.
Is it not the Mad Dog thing? The Mad Dog thingy?
I think they must have stolen it from me, mate, because it is.
I can't believe Paul against that, man. That's amazing. Does it taste like Lilt? Aye.
It's really nice, actually, aye. Friend that doesn't know what it is, Mad Dog have got a new flavour, pineapple, limited edition.
And we've not even mentioned we're sponsoring yet.
You know, we're going to.
You're going to do that now because I've already messed it up. So take it away, guys. Take the adult part of the podcast.
This episode of the podcast is sponsored by Spheres. I just fucked up, I know. Spheres McDonald Hodge Media. So big thanks to Steve again. So anyone looking for any sort of promo videos, he's absolutely unbelievable. Photo restoration. He's got a video team as well who video events and put it all together. So big thanks to Steve. So Spheres McDonald Hodge Media.
Is that what it is on Facebook now?
Aye, he's got their page, their business page on Facebook. And he's got a YouTube channel as well, I think.
How good was the editing that we done? It turned out alright, didn't it? Considering it
only took us
3 months.
It took us about, a week and a half?
Aye, about 10 days, man.
And how many failed attempts and all?
Too many. It's nearly broke your laptop.
It's fucked, aye. I was going to say, ever since I've downloaded it, it's fucking shite. I had to put a good few lumps of coal in it to get this gone, so...
Aye, you're fired up now. Well, we'll talk to Uncle Steve. He'll get his rip rolling ready to start.
Aye, he'll probably develop some sort of software that just cleans my PC for me.
Gav, what you do is just defrag it. That's the thing.
Is it? What are you going to say, mate? Sorry.
I was going to say... Geezer riddle, because I've been dying to hear the full riddle.
So I told Kerry I was going to give him a wee riddle at the start of this, and he's got till the end to figure it out. I hope you've not heard this before.
I'm older than you, so I might have heard that. I'm terrible at them though, so if I don't know it right away, I'll not know it.
Right, okay. So, what gets wetter as it dries?
Right? Is that it? Are you kidding on?
That's it.
Do you know it?
Oh, fuck off, man.
That is a stinking riddle, man. I think I learned that in primary school, man. Oh my god, I can't believe I've waited since about 11 o'clock today to hear that. That's built up to
I'm absolutely gutted. I didn't know you research riddles.
Mate, that's what I do in my spare time. See how people go to the toilet and play games on their phone and all that? No, me, mate. I'm just riddle daft.
On the riddle website.
Aye, www.riddle.com. And it's not the one that you go to the clinic about, the one that you... Was that all?
I know, I've got another one, right? I just need to...
Google it quickly.
Quickly, because I can say it kind of half-assed, but I want to get it right. Right, ready?
Right, okay, when you go.
I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I?
Say it again.
I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish.
I'm
What
at.
am I?
I'm at.
Fuck
innit?
off, man.
Yes. I didn't
Yeah,
actually
name
know
it-
that.
name it
I didn't
riddles.
know that.
Did you
That's
know?
amazing.
Mate.
No.
Jamie told me that before, and I swear it took me the whole day, and he wouldn't tell us. So I was,
Really?
I couldn't get it. Well done, mate.
Thanks,
You're
man.
riddled,
I mean,
riddled dashed, eh?
I'm not riddled, no, but I am confusing sentences that have
Any more?
outcomes that are different. No, don't do that. Mate, I'm wearing my new hoodie and I'm feeling nice and comfy and cozy, and you'll give me that jip.
I'm absolutely fucking sweating here because
Right.
my missus got the heating on, so
I'm going to tell you why I'm pure sweating, right?
go for it.
What was the picture that Paula sent you in my dinner? A Carolina
Oh.
Reaper curry.
Oof. Fuck that.
My Susan Neighbour DLI. I've never had anything that spicy in my life, and my insides are still roasting.
Mate, you better get that toilet paper in the freezer, man, because that's going to be...
that and an all pint glass just to get me through the day. I thought I'll try it. Horrible. I just and then I felt like it became more a challenge than it did a meal.
A food challenge, I'm finishing this.
If I was doing that show Hot Ones, have you seen that on
Aye,
YouTube?
that's good, eh?
Aye.
First
it is
three
good.
feast.
And I would never ever go on it now after that experience.
That's like the hottest chili in the world, though, eh? Carolina Reaper,
think-
so...
Aye, but when you see them on YouTube, it's a wee tiny, a wee bell pepper sort of thing. This thing had a big, massive, long chili on it. So I don't know if that was maybe like a garnish or something, and they fucking diced it up to beyond belief and flung it in the curry. But my God, man, honestly, I'm not looking forward to go to the toilet, man.
Fuck that. I like spicy stuff, but see when it's too spicy, you're just sitting
It's
sweating.
stupid,
It's shite.
man. Aye. Nothing. See that milk? Milk doesn't help. Water
No,
doesn't
that's-
help. I had to get a bit of chocolate.
Chocolate. That a new one?
I don't know. I don't know, mate. I don't know if that just eventually just me munching a bit of chocolate took my mind off it. I had to go 3 rounds with it. I had to walk away from it 3 times. Because
Mate, you know-
I wanted to have something to eat before I drink, but don't want to
Struggled.
waste food and all. Big David Attenborough, don't waste food. That's what he's telling us these days.
That is tagline, aye. See, do you know what's pure weird? See, when I eat something spicy, not even spicy, right? See if I eat like salt and vinegar crisps. Do you know? I know it's fucking random, right? But do you know what? I get my eyebrows sweat. Just my eyebrows. Just my eyebrows.
You've got quite thick eyebrows, but you have like really thick eyebrows.
Thanks, mate. Is that a good thing?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. just as long as it doesn't get sweat in your eyes, then it's sort of matters, isn't it?
That's what I left for it. Aye.
But that was a horrible experience for nobody. I don't know where she got it for. Nobody buy that. That shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be in production. Do you know why? Do you know why food got so spicy? Do you know how this became a thing?
That may be it.
See, back in the day when people done coal mining,
Uh-huh.
and they went down the coals, breathing in all the dust and all that, they lost their taste buds, so the food had to get spicier and spicier so they could taste food, and that's why you have really, really spicy food, mate. There you go.
Do you Google that as you were eating that curry, no?
No. I just came over there.
That was good knowledge, mate. Well done. You had to dig deep for that one, didn't you?
Dig all the way down to the coal mines, mate, aye.
You got that. Good.
Right, let's talk about
What's been happening?
Donald Trump. Big Trumpist, man.
Big Trump.
Big absolute China.
China.
The
So-
Kung, would you say it was called?
I think somebody called it Kung Flu.
Aye.
It's pretty bad, but...
I'm not gonna let you, but you talk while I find this.
No, I was just going to say, what do you think? How do you think he'll take it? I don't know, because there's a lot of people speculating online, Twitter and stuff like that, and they're saying they think because he didn't suppress the white supremacist group in that interview or that debate, that they're thinking there's been a lot of negative media because of it, and I think maybe this will take it away, so maybe he's not got it, and he's just... I think he has got it, but...
I was talking to Keezer the other day,
Mhm.
good friend of the podcast, young Keezer, that he only paid $750 in tax this year.
You know what?
So if you're a family and you're working a job with 3 kids, you're paying more tax than the President of the United States. So I reckon that will take a lot of the heat off him, because he can't go to any rallies. He's got to stay inside. And if a 74-year-old man has to stay inside for 2 weeks and then he's totally fine, we've got a lot to answer for and why we need to only see 6 people. Because he's
I know.
obese, he's 74, he ticks all the boxes for being a prime candidate for someone who gets this to die, isn't it?
I
Like,
know.
he
Yeah,
ticks every box for going, mate, you're out, man, that's you. Don't worry about a second presidency thingy term, just try and get through 2 weeks, buddy. This is what he said.
You keep calling this the Chinese virus because ethnicity does not cause the virus. Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China.
Why do you?
He's a fucking trumpet.
He's had it, man. Aye, a trumpet, man. Aye. I just think it. He's going to change his tune, and he must. You have to change your tune. You can't keep that whole. No, still for China. It's not that bad. Just get some bleach, big syringe, bosh, right in you. He's going to take it with a bit more severity.
He said the other day as well that only 200,000 people have died. I was like, what?
No, nearly 1 million. I bet you it's over 1 million right
No,
now.
in America.
In America.
200,000.
Oh no.
You're like, what do you mean only 200,000? I know when you compare it to other diseases and like things like cancer and all that, it doesn't matter. You can't.
Aye, but cancer's been about for well longer than this. I mean,
No, but he's a fucking. It's an absolute
news. What about the Scottish MP woman?
Oh no! Did you see Nicola
Tested
Sturgeon's?
Oh no, didn't he?
Oh, she went in there, man.
What did she say? You silly boot.
Probably on the phone, aye.
See when I get you, Cam, I'm fucking gonna ring you.
See when I'm out and all the restrictions are loose.
See when you're coming up to me and go bring the bread and milk. Blue cap. I'll only take a blue cap. Don't take that red stuff. So what was Nicola saying? Was she pure human?
I only seen one of the tweets, but apparently she was fucking obviously raging. Do you know what I mean? But she tweeted saying that after a lengthy conversation, phone call with the woman. Mm-hmm. What's her name? You know?
No idea. No, I should never brought it up the minute I said it, to be honest. I knew I'd done this thing.
Just when you said Karen there, I was like,
her name's not Karen. I'll find her name for you, mate. Right, you tell us what
tweeted
and I'll find her.
So basically, Nicola Sturgeon tweeted saying she'd had a lengthy conversation with her. You know, she's a friend and a colleague, but what she done was like stupid and dangerous and blah blah blah. It's against everything that they are.
Margaret Ferrier. Margaret
Ferrier.
Aye, big mags. Stupid mags.
I
mean, here and then she'll take a mile.
She tweeted that, and then she also said,
"Get coronavirus and she'll take a train up the
road." And then she said, "I think it's the best decision that she resigns." So I think she told her to resign, basically. So that was a quick pint, man. You just poured that. How long have you been on for?
Don't know, mate.
3 minutes or something.
It's really, really tasty though. That's been on since I left work. Heineken, mate. I tell you, the Heineken for there is far better than the one you get for the shops.
I like Heineken.
I know.
I feel like I like all the shitey beers. Like, see if I'm in a pub and somebody gets, apart from Stella, I think everybody kind of likes Stella. But see if I get like Carlin or Heineken or Tennent's, people are like, what do you drink that for?
Tennent's, I do enjoy Tennent's. Really enjoy Tennent's as long as it's ice cold. Carlin, used to like it. Don't like it anymore.
No.
Stella, no, a lot of people like Stella, mate. No, a lot.
Really? Eh?
No.
I've not came across the Stella haters yet.
Urquhart, Math, Andy, all the boys.
Lads.
They already like Corona. I feel like I'm a free spirit in my wee group.
You're a free spirit anywhere you go, mate.
Thank you. After this, I'm going to have a Belgian beer. I'm going to have a wee Belgian beer after. I've still got another pint or so of this left to drink. But
what's the Belgian one?
I'll show you before I put it in the machine.
Okay.
But would you want to do football? Want to do some football?
Well, first of all, go back to the COVID thing. So,
right, okay.
Right, so Donald Trump obviously testing positive, but then a lot of people are saying as well who think he probably doesn't have it, and they were saying about, if you think about it as a strategy, a marketing strategy, that the US media is going to talk about for the next 2 weeks is Donald Trump. So when it comes to the election, I don't know when it is, but it's no far away, obviously. So when it comes to him, he's been on the telly all this time and blah 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 blah. So I don't know. It's a...
I think if you're Joe Biden, that's who he's going up against. You come out and you go, he's a twat. Look at him dancing on the stage on Wednesday. Through the incubation phase, he's been in contact with somebody with COVID. He's thrown hats into the crowd. He's not taking any responsibility. He's undermining everything that should really be in place. So if you're Joe Biden, you come out and you embrace all that, and then throw it back in people's faces in a negative way. That's my opinion. I mean, I am certainly not going to be the president of America. And I think it's purely just because I'm from the UK. That's that. Or I would be, I think. Maybe.
The drum to president. That'd be some step up,
Aye, for a drum house to the White House. That'd be the name of it.
Are you in documentary?
Aye.
That's a good big plan.
Mate, that'd be a great view. I know we've spoke about the all or nothing thing, like maybe far too much, but there's a Leeds United one now. It's no all or nothing, but it was out last year.
I've watched it.
Today. Have you watched it? Is it really good? Aye.
It's really good, man. I think.
Does it finish when I'm going into the Premiership? Or does it finish like there? No.
Is this a new one? Is it? Or
no, it's no new.
No. This is when they were in the Championship. It was 2 years ago. So
it came out last year, but
aye, it was for the previous season.
It was dead. So I'm at a confidence in it though, because they say it's Leeds' journey back to the Premiership.
Well, they're in the Premiership now, so
that's what I'm saying. They had a lot of confidence in it.
Aye, they had confidence in it, but it never worked because they never got up. So,
alright, okay. You're the other side of the coin, ain't you?
Aye, I mean, you think, especially for that, do you think that just see if you're a player, right, and you know this documentary's going on, it's going to be called Leeds' Journey to. Do you not think you would have extra pressure, being like, fuck, we better.
I think they did, don't they? They did the way they started their season. They came out against Stoke and ran out of the tap of them. But obviously, I think it's a long season in the Championship, man.
Oh, mate, so many games, man.
2
44 games or
two
something.
games, and that's before you've played a cup game. And you're in, 3 cups, 2 cups?
It's 3, I think. I don't know.
At
least 2, anyway.
Cup, FA Cup and, I don't know, maybe the League Cup. Did they do that?
Yeah, some other cup. And the Carabao Cup is the League Cup, I think.
Nobody else is going to check that. They do. But that's like it's not even. I think that's harder than the Premiership, man.
Oh.
I know. Obviously, there's a better standard of play in that up there, but no, I think the Championship, any team would struggle in that. 2 games a week. Imagine your fitness levels. So as the league gets on, as you're playing week 30, any thought about the cameras are gone, man. You're not even interested.
It's funny, there was the Sunderland one, Sunderland Till I Die. That's quite good as well. But Sunderland were fucking hopeless. So, so it was when the newest one was when Jack Ross was there. So I think it was 2 seasons ago as well. And the Cy Ferry that we're talking about an open goal actually. Like, I can't remember. They had somebody on who played. Oh, it was Lewis Morgan, who was playing for Celtic at the time. They went on loan to Sunderland when that was getting filmed. And he's like, we didn't really see much of you in the documentary and that. And he's like, I'm not asked about that. He says you get some of the players who play up to the cameras and all that and talk about play up to the fans and blah blah. There's a boy called Luke O'Nien who, I swear to God, he must have been about half the documentary. He was constantly.
Really?
Oh, constantly getting. He seemed like a nice guy in that, but Lewis Morgan said he was like, it's just playing up to the cameras and trying to get all the fans.
Cameras. Aye, on side, get them on side. Did they? How far did you get into the open goal this week with Barry Ferguson?
I just watched an hour right there.
Did you see you mention Scotty?
Yeah, Scotty.
Aye, love that man.
Contacts, yes.
Aye,
big Scotty.
That's it. Maybe a wee reach out to him. You might see Slaney. Probably won't, but I don't know.
I wonder what Slaney'd like on somebody else's podcast,
It was quite interesting to see how that wee serious side came at him when he was talking about what happened. And he was like, I think Si's going to do a full interview on it one day and we're going to talk about it all.
All right.
He said about his injury and all that, and the first 2 were okay, but the third one, he's like, just going to get back for it.
And also, what do you call it? What was I going to say? Oh, fuck. His injuries, sorry. He's talking about his... he's talking about his... what do you call it? His hip. And he said that if it was if people thought he was kidding on because he was getting all these X-rays and scans and they couldn't find it. But it turned out to be the same thing that Andy Murray had, and how serious that nearly ended his career. You know what I mean?
He's like, thank fuck, because I thought everybody thought I was lying, but he got that. I mean, it's not against him, but just felt like everybody fired.
I couldn't imagine him getting managed with somebody like Barry Ferguson, because Barry Ferguson's like, as a manager, you'd be fucking terrified, man. Like, he's so
even Kevin Kyle, like the size of Kevin Kyle, I'd be petrified of him, and he was scared of Barry Ferguson. And he talks about all the boys in the changing room and all, and when Barry Ferguson was young, coming up through the youth, and he's like, I mean, guys that would come out and talk to our young boys, like, how he's getting on, boys, how'd you get on with your youth game? And it's nice to hear, innit? And obviously no many people in the football circle have many bad things to say about Gaza, but just that wee extra touch, because you can be nice to everybody in your team, but taking the time out to go and speak to the youth. And the
boys who pure idolises, you know what
I mean? Aye. And he knows that. I mean, he's not daft.
That must have been a surreal feeling, though. Imagine being a young boy and, like, that's like me, like, getting to play for Celtic and Henry Larsson was there. You know what I mean? You'd be like, growing up watching these people.
Having to go train with him. And switch off that idolism and being able to fucking snap his leg or something.
I know. I love all the Gaza stories, though.
Aye, they're all class. Right, you very quickly go air the Celtic game and the Rangers game yesterday whilst I pour a pint, because it's really loud, the pint pourer.
You going to mute yourself?
I'm going to mute myself, aye. But don't, because I can still hear you.
Don't slag you.
Don't slag us. We'll slag us if you want, but just don't go early second goal at Rangers last night.
Right, is that your bit?
Mate, I'll probably about 10 seconds, so it's fine. Sweet. Just you charge on.
Alright, I've just got a wee intro myself about how the game's going. So last night Celtic were playing Sarajevo away. A fucking nervy game actually, Kenny. I know you obviously didn't watch it, but Sarajevo, we played them, I think it was last year as well, in the Europa League or Champions League qualifier. And they're pish, to be honest. I don't think we should have ran out at them. I was kind of scared though, because Celtic couldn't score. But we scored obviously in the end, in the second half. But the first half, we were absolutely dominating the ball. We had about, I want to say, fucking 70% possession or something like that in the first half. So we should have been steamrolling them. Odds on Edouard doesn't look interested at all. Like, in the slightest.
Really? Is that what
he was absolutely. See, the last 5 games, he's been fucking shite. Like, really bad. So, second half, Neil Lennon's obviously said to him at half time, you need to have a shot and goal, because we were getting in good areas, but we're only pulling the trigger. And then 56 minutes in, I think it was, we got the goal. Ryan Christie hit a shot, and the keeper saved it right in front of Edouard, and Edouard just tapped it in. So, but we absolutely...
Did they celebrate? Did they go wild, or did they...
Didn't go wild, no. I celebrated though. Just like, he's quite. I think he's very calm though. I remember Neil Lennon talking about him and saying,
just a cool guy.
Just there's nothing phases him. Like, no scared to go into a stadium with 55,000 fans.
Think he's maybe missing. Think he's missing that. Think he's maybe everything's a bit flat because there's no atmospheres.
I'm really interested how it must affect them, because the most players people I've ever played football is maybe like fucking, I don't know, 20 people or something, 50. I don't know, but. Imagine getting used to that atmosphere, and then all of a sudden you're like,
you whipped away from him, just
going to fucking St Johnstone on a Sunday afternoon with fans in it. Must be a bit shit.
Stinking, man. I can imagine what he was thinking. What did the Celtic score finish last night?
1-0, mate. 1-0.
1-0. I thought it was at the 70th minute. I thought it was quite late on.
No, 56. I'm sure it was.
Pardon me.
Correct me, but if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure
I'm
it was.
I'm just going to double check it, because can I have you?
Because you're the fact finder, eh?
It's me, bro. So it's my 70th minute, 70th.
Was it? Why did I say 56?
I bet your Rangers scored in the 56th minute, right? Because you're a pure secret Rangers fan. You're a pure closet Rangers fan. Like, you pure... no, you're right. 52 Rangers scored them. And then 59. What's the average? It's no 56, but it's certainly closer than...
Could be.
So... I didn't see the Rangers game last night because I'm not that big a fan. I do like them. Couldn't name you 11 players.
No?
That's it. Nah, I could name you 11.
Starters?
No, definitely
Go,
not.
get a try. So, starting goals.
Is it McGregor still? No.
Aye. McGregor and John McLaughlin are the two kind of main keepers.
Right.
Right back.
Ryan Jack? Don't know. Rhymes.
Rhymes me what? Right back? Ryan Jack.
Right back,
okay.
Ryan Jack. No, say it so you can do it.
I'll give you a clue, mate. He scored the second goal.
Tavernier. Big Tav.
Big Tav.
Tav, probably club captain.
Club captain, mate. Should
Stinking.
probably not one.
That is a stinking position to give a captaincy to, in my opinion.
Aye, know what you mean.
Your keeper, your centre mid, or your striker. That's through the spine of the team. No,
So
some guy.
what about centre half?
Centre half. He's quite close to the keeper, but a keeper sees more than a centre half. I'm seeing it from the perspective of if you're watching a full game, a keeper sees most of what's going on.
He does see. He will have a good view
for the other side of the park. He's seeing everything coming towards him.
Nice.
I don't know,
mate. So, if you think about
a midfielder sitting in the middle of the park and everything's just going to and he can't see it. And so,
I would normally say a centre half or a centre mid. Just the centre half. If you imagine being a keeper, you don't come to the fucking halfway line when you've got a boss. You can't see really what's going on, positions and all that. Do you know what I mean? So I'd probably say centre half, centre mid. Or like a sitting midfielder, say like Scott Brown, but he's involved everywhere. You see everything, but we're no football.
He's still a workhorse, isn't he?
Oh, aye.
Still a workhorse.
I tweeted that last night, actually, MD, who said Scott Brown's lost it is off their nut because...
Did you?
It was... Aye. No one in this one.
Was he trying... Oh, mate, leave it, man.
You don't go into it anyway.
Aye, exactly. Did he drag them out a hole, do you think? Or?
No, it's just his performance, mate. He played last weekend as well. It was my match, so he was brilliant. I think it was against Hibs. And then he played last night. He's just comfortable. He just didn't get the ball away at all. He wins the ball back constantly. He's constantly on people's backs. And
do you think he's becoming like a modern day Neil Lennon? Like, Neil Lennon just broke up play, took the ball.
Aye, maybe.
He knew his ability level. He knew that he can win the ball back. He can break up play. He can be a nuisance, and then he can just distribute the ball to players who have got that ability.
Pretty much, mate. I think he does. He does kind of fit that sort of model now because I'm not saying he's lost his legs. But he's 34 or something, 35. Like he's getting on, so you can't ball him down the wing. Aye. So Scott Brown came here. He came to Celtic as a right winger for Hibs.
Oh.
But that was really good knowledge, by the way.
No, I'm not a big Celtic fan. No.
You know more about Neil Lennon than you do fucking Rangers.
I just
talk about closet fans, eh?
Aye, I know. Don't start. I just thought if I was going to be a football player when I was really fit, that's probably what I would have done. Like, I would never have been the flashy football player. You'd be the flashy football player. I'd be the big. Aye, but if it was between me and you, you would be. That would probably be the job I would have to take on if I was going to go anywhere in football. Because I used to be really, really fit, could run for days. I had enough ability to at least break up play and give the ball to somebody who can do something with it. And that's when I thought, Neil Lennon,
Yeah, we used to play sevens up at Scotstoun. I used to fucking hate playing against you. Because you were the one who just constantly ran at you, and no matter how many times you took it by you or something, you were always fucking there. Can you go fuck off?
The disappointment you getting by me was at least if I make the effort, if everybody sees me still trying, then you can't get me into trouble. You can't get me into trouble for still trying. Come on, buddies.
It's a good ethos.
That's all it was. It wasn't about working hard. It was just not getting shouted at.
What were you going to say there? Do you think we just get the shit into the deal because you get Kevin Thompson instead
Kevin Thompson. He's just not.
Kevin Thompson was a player, man.
I know he was very, very good, but did he not end up with arthritis?
I don't know. I think he's had a few injury problems, but I don't know if he had that. But
he was a beautiful football player. He was very, very good. If everything had went well, if he'd had the kind of same situation injury-wise as Scott Brown, he would have probably ended up in the Premiership because it was weird because this is the kind of years of football that I really remember. Because Hibs were unbelievable. Hibs had Gary O'Connor, Derek Riordan. I think Dean Shields was just coming through. Didn't get one eye. He was unbelievable.
I know.
Thompson, Brown, their team was
Aye,
frightening.
it was phenomenal.
They just get picked apart. But
See, I think
it's just because Scott Brown's been there. How long has Scott Brown been at Celtic?
I want to say, we had his testimonial, so I think it's maybe about 11, 12 years.
It's easy to you get a testimonial when you've...
I mean, I think it might be 13 years, by the way. No, it's not. I'm talking shit. I don't know. I'll say 11 or 20. No, I'll say 12. That'd be weird.
Oh, mate, I'm not that good at Googling, man.
Right.
Scott Brown, the Celtic wiki. It was just because I googled it and it said how many times he played for Celtic.
Alright.
Oh, there you go, trivia. That's not it, mate. Right, Celtic beat Rangers to capture a highly rated Hibs midfielder, Scott Brown, in May. Do you want to guess a year?
I was going to Google it, but I'll try and guess in. So, May.
I know the year. It was May for some reason.
When 2007.
Yes, well done.
Is it?
Did you quickly Google that? You did, didn't you?
No, I promise I never.
No.
Promise I never.
Well done, man.
Because I thought something 13 years was sticking in my head, and I'm pretty sure he put a post up the other day saying 13 years ago something.
Aye.
Whatever. So there you go. 13 years, man.
He's done well, man.
That does not seem like 13 years ago, but does it?
Nah, no. When I think about that Hibs team,
Aye.
because I remember playing like LMA manager and gone Hibs because like this team's brilliant.
Brilliant, aye. But see, so what's funny, like, I think Celtic fans at that time probably thought we were getting the shit end of the stick because Kevin Thompson was technically a much better player than Scott Brown.
Aye.
But Scott Brown was just a workhorse. Like, he was fit, he's solid, whatever.
Aye.
But Kevin Thompson technically was much better.
He was more. This is pure like old terms. Like he was maybe a European player. Like,
I know what you mean. He would have fitted in somewhere else.
Whereas Scott Brown, he's a pure
bulldog,
a British football player. Aye. And he looks at one ugly bastard.
Handsome,
but no, the second goal, Rangers' second goal,
phenomenal, man.
Unbelievable. Top of my European football
against Galatasaray, who, let's be honest, aren't they a fucking...
No, mate. I thought it'd be a pure struggle because if that was in Turkey, is it in Turkey or Turkish?
Turkish, aye.
They're Turkish. That'd be fucking a really hard game. I know it's all behind closed doors, but even when you see buses in the street pulling up to the stadium and all the fans out there, and
they're hardcore fans,
they're fucking scary, man.
What was I going to say? It was phenomenal, man. Like, the build-up play was...
The one touch.
Brilliant.
I didn't think it was going to end up a goal. I thought the way they were passing the ball, I thought that's how to play out for the back. I thought... I think it was a goal, man.
After the Celtic game, I switched on the Rangers game and watched it, and then they scored that goal literally within minutes of me watching it. And Scott Arfield had just scored when I turned to her. I was like, oh, fucking... All right, and then that happened. They scored, and I was like, oh, I'm turning this off.
No, you didn't. You watched the full 90.
No,
you were on tender hooks when Galatasaray scored. You're like, oh no.
I thought you were going to say Tinder there. I was like, no, isn't it?
No, definitely.
But
that's good for Scottish football. Good.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The coefficient thing, I totally understand how it works, to be honest, but I think because...
points for where we'd be seeded next season and stuff?
Aye.
Go on you go, mate. Take it away.
I know, don't ask me about it. I just know that we're above clubs now, and I basically think what it means is that you don't need to play as many qualifying games.
Aye.
So, because I think that's ridiculous. You think about Celtic Rangers or Celtic or Rangers win the Premiership title and then have to play 4 Champions League qualifiers.
I know.
It's called the Champions League because it's for champions. No fucking Tottenham who finished 5th. Do you know what I mean?
Calm down. On Tottenham in the Europa.
Aye, they're in Europa, but you know what I mean.
Anyway. Did you see Dele Alli's goal before we move on for football?
I didn't see his goal, but I seen his nutmeg from somebody. Was that the goal? No,
he nutmeg and then dots in. Doesn't really celebrate. He looks as if he's been dragged through a bush, man. Looks as if they've just pulled him out of dancing. That's the way he looked. It looks as if he's in London and dancing with his mask on, and he's shaved this wee bit. And this is pure straggly, and his hair's all over the place. Like, don't know, he's going for that kind of don't care look. Aye, but it doesn't suit him because he's got a pure baby face.
So you're just speaking about Master. You've got Kessel. Everybody, Kerry's got a theory, right? about masks. I don't know if you remember telling me.
100%.
So Kenny thinks that
definitely.
his ears are slowly
Aye.
starting to pray out a bit because he's wearing masks.
100%. I mean, I mentioned that today, and also, if you're working with anybody new, and you have been for a wee while, ask them to take their mask off, and tell me if that's what you thought their face looked like. Because I've had that experience the other day. But no, look, see my height here. See, like, I mean, I think it does 100%, but I've got tiny ears, so there's not much there.
Yeah, I've got really small ears, eh?
So after a wee while, I feel like this ear sits out here like that, and then that one. But hey, that's just my theory.
Is mine sticking out? I hope you.
Mate, massively, man. You need to get them pinned back. 100%. Right, this is the last comment I'm going to make on football, and it's not related. See, Arsenal. Right, when was the last time you saw Lacazette? Like you saw him on the telly? No in person, because I know you and him are quite pally, but...
Doing it again. It's a bit of a pain in the arse, but I don't really bother him.
I can imagine. No.
Get on. Watched him live, or just like highlights?
Just saw his face. Just need to see his face.
Don't know. A couple of weeks. At least probably about a month.
Fine. So you've got quite a fresh vision of his face.
Aye.
I could honestly, I saw him last week in Match of the Day, and I was like, he must be trying to look like Thierry Henry.
Oh, really?
When I see his face, like a kind of young Thierry Henry, I'm like, that is exactly who that looks like. He's pure trying to embody him.
Shame he doesn't play like him,
he's doing all right. He's not got a rough ride it, but he's certainly not Thierry Henry. Not at all. Not a Thierry at all, man.
So who am I googling? Just Lacazette, the new?
Aye, just Lacazette, aye.
Let's have a wee swatch of this.
I have a wee nosy him.
Oh,
I feel as if he's
that like that.
Aye.
He does, that
would be on me when he came back for the second time. That wee season of it. Aye.
I know what you mean, aye. Well observed.
He's French, but he's French anyway, so maybe that's just the
French look.
French look. Yes.
Nails. Who's your favourite Premier League team?
Liverpool, 100%.
Aye, so is mine. And I'm not just a glory hunter. I have actually liked them.
I've liked them for years and years and years, man. I've actually, my wee brother went on holiday one year, and he brought me back when Steven Gerrard was still playing for Liverpool. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen there. I'm just being very aggressive.
Maybe telling me.
For you who are listening, I'm pointing. See the wee pencil drawings that you get?
Aye, that's right.
Pencil drawing of Stevie G, man.
You still got it?
Aye. It's in the house.
Is it?
It's in my mom's house, aye. It's in my mom's house, 100% still got it. Know that my wee brother listens to this, so I'd tell you the truth anyway.
That's true, That's true. Aye. Liverpool, I remember Celtic playing them in I think it was a road to Seville.
Aye, it was,
big thing, it was John Hartson scored. But I remember thinking, like, obviously I was young then as well, but you think you're playing Liverpool, you're like, fuck, no way.
That's when Liverpool were very, very good though.
Aye. They weren't, I don't think they were as top as what they used to be.
It wasn't Kenny depletion, they weren't winning leagues, but
they
were still very good.
But I just think Man City have got, I don't know what it is about them, like, they absolutely robbed the league 3 years ago.
Man City.
Aye. Well, I just think they look different now. Like they're phenomenal, like amazing to watch. But I just think they just kind of bottle it now and again. Now that they've got proper competition.
I've not really seen them to the degree to go a definitive. Aye, they're full. They need a winner. They need a. What's his name? Who's the captain? Henderson, like a Jordan Henderson in the middle of the park, who knows the game. But even at that, they've got people they've got like
Kevin De Bruyne, man.
Kevin De Bruyne, who goes for like exceptionally pale to amber to red. You can see his degrees of effort, so you know how hard he's trying. You know he's trying really hard. But I don't know. I think maybe they've not got that whole that. Right, we need to knuckle down here and get a 1-0 victory because we are backs against the wall. We're throwing everything at them. It's not really working. Just get a big snatch and grab. Even even Liverpool get papped out the Carabao Cup last night, did they know, in penalties? They were
They
playing
did,
Arsenal
aye.
last
They
night.
did, aye. 5-4
So maybe they're bolting it now as well.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure you'd rather win the league than
I said
the
I was just making
Carabao
one
Cup.
mere. I was just mentioning one mere comment about Lacazette, and they were going down a rabbit hole about Man City.
That's my favourite bit.
Here you go. I think Pep Guardiola will get a sack at the end of the season, unless at the end of this season, Man City sign Messi. That's it.
Not a fucking chance.
Yes, big time, man.
No way. You can't get the sack for finishing second in the league.
Aye, you can.
You won't.
You can.
That won't happen. They can, but it'd be
Who's happened for the
fucking...
past 7 years in the Scottish Premiership?
I will. But nah, I don't see that, mate. I think Guardiola's probably, for me, like maybe definitely probably second best manager. I think Klopp. I just love Klopp. I think he's that type of manager that you would just love him, wouldn't you? Like, but at the same time, he's petrifying.
He's just
like angry German man.
Wait, did you mention him? See, he was about 6'4".
He's huge.
Aye. Anyway, Pep Guardiola, you just shut up. Go and
shut up,
get
baldy.
Shaved and put another polo neck on or something. No, a turtleneck.
I think he's cool as fuck, but he's got to be one of the best looking baldy guys you've ever seen.
Oh, wow, man. I definitely like him face forehead right to the back of his neck, wouldn't you? I bet you would smell so nice, man.
He's got a Tom Ford on it.
Oh, the big expensive one.
Whatever
one that is. Right, Gav, where are we going now? Because this is just like two drunk guys walking home for the tune, and there's no taxis, and they've no idea where they are.
Like it. It's my favourite conversation. Since we tend to have a wee drink on this, I wanted to say, you remember your first ever experience drinking? I've got a couple of first experience things I want to ask you about drinking.
Oh, right, hold on, because I need another drink. Oh, I don't want to leave you in the lurch like that. That's not very nice. So,
you can still talk, mate.
I can talk, but I'm a wee up there, and we're looking to keep the quality of the audio very good. Right, very, very first. My mum will never listen to this anyway. So, having just my first alcoholic beverage,
We'll go for a first alcoholic beverage and then the first time you got drunk.
Oh, dearie me.
Better get a drink for it, mate. We'll pause it.
You want to go first? We're going to pause. Right. Cheeky pause now.
No.
Oh, no pausing it.
Yeah, I'll go and you'll pour yourself.
You talk. Yeah, there you go. Well played.
Cool. My first alcoholic drink, we'll go with that first. So I remember at New Year, it was a millennium, I think it was 2000, because I remember getting all dressed up and all that. And I didn't have a clue what was going on. I remember my mum saying, like, you need to get, jeans and look a bit smart. And I'm like, all right, you sit in the living room, all right. But she let me have like a wee sip of a shandy. And it was horrible, I didn't like it. But that was my first ever experience of an alcoholic drink. And my first ever experience getting drunk was, I know my mum listens to this as well, but she thankfully caught me that time. So
remember, definitely don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah, no, she knows. She caught me.
21 or something, weren't you?
I think I was age-wise maybe, I don't know, 14, 15 or something like that. And I remember in Milton, where I grew up, and there's these wee, at my old primary school, there was like these wee kind of football pitches, like a wee fives pitch that was built into it. And I remember, I'm going right back to my roots today, because this is what I was drinking. The old Mad Dog. Blue raspberry as well, I remember that. And I remember drinking it, and because it was tasted like juice, I just thought, this is smashing. I don't feel anything. I'm not going to get caught. I'm absolutely fine. And of course, I drank it as quick as I possibly could. So within about an hour, I was gone, steaming. And I remember, I know it's horrible. Thinking back, stupid, but it had to be done. So
you were safe, mate. You up road, all right?
Well, so the reason I got caught was I was staying with my granny that night, and the house that I ended up my house I grew up in. She was staying there, and we'd moved to Bishopbriggs at the time. So my mum was in Bishopbriggs, my granny was in Milton, and I was going back there. So my mum phoned me. Must have been like, she's told me to be in for 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or whatever. And then it was like 10 past, and obviously my granny had phoned and said that he's not in yet. So she's phoned me. And I remember like sprinting, just ran away from everybody and sprinted. Like I was running along the road and I answered the phone. My mum was like, "Give me a ring," like granny's asking. And I was like out of breath, and I was slurring my words obviously. And she's like, "You don't sound right." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" That kind of way. So she's like, I'm coming to get you.
Grand's to whip your ass, boy.
And so I was in them being sick
just before I put it in there.
Oh yes,
it's called the Affligem Blonde.
Ooh,
it's a nice, lovely 6.7%. Oh,
didn't know you liked a blonde, Kenny.
I'll be being. I don't. I'll be sick in it. So I'll end up phoning Paul in 2 minutes. Right, finish your story. So how badly sick were you? Proper bad?
I just remember like, getting in and getting into my room. So the way your kind of layout of the house was, you walked in, a bedroom to the left, bedroom to the right, toilet was next to one of the bedrooms. So I remember getting into the bedroom thinking, oh shit, like my mum's going to come up here. And then I remember getting to the toilet and being sick, and then my mum arriving as I was in the toilet. And I was just like, of course I'd sobered up within like 5 seconds because I was shitting myself. So I just get a wee chap at the door and I get taken home. My brother was going off his nut as well because he was 6 years older than me, so he would probably about 20 or something like that. And knowing fine well that he's fucking done it himself, I was looking for a bit of support, a bit of moral support, but I got I felt the wrath instead.
We're looking for a...
Like, Cleve Mullaney's young boy.
He's a young boy, he's got to be doing things.
So I fucked it. Sorry, Mum.
Big time. Were you grounded? Were you heavy grounded?
Oh, aye. I remember, I think this may have been a different time, but I remember one time drinking and then I had a football game on the Sunday. And I remember waking up and being like, oh fuck, I've been caught here. And like me getting ready to go to football. And she's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, you're not going anywhere. And I was like, no, I can't take football.
And you can't take, like, I mean, get out of trouble, but then punish me as well. You can't be.
So I was yours. Hit me with it.
So the very first time is I was at my auntie's house, and every Sunday we always used to go to Matty Margaret's and we'd all have a nice Sunday dinner. I think it was about Christmas time. We went there, we had big brilliant dinner and everybody was drinking. I was the wee guy and can't you see shite go by me? So I'm like, what are you all doing? I want to do that. You're all pure having a laugh. You're all pure having the best time ever. I want to do that. My big cousin Craig, like, pure besties. He was 18. I think he was 18. He's like, what's wrong? And I was like, they're all having like a drink. I want a drink. He's like, no, you're pure young. You're too young to have a drink. I'm like, I don't care. I can't even remember what age I was. I was way too young, man. I would say I was definitely not a teenager. Anyway, so the night is on, I'm pure grumpy and all that. My cousin Craig's like, hey, come here with me. We go up and takes it to the room, and it wasn't even like one of the like a bottle opener ones. It was like a ring pull, and he pulled it.
Okay.
And it was a wee stumpy thing. It wasn't like a big bowl, a wee tiny stumpy thing. I was like, hey, have a drink, try that. I was like, oh, pure buzzing, mate. Again, like you, horrible disgustingness. I can still pure remember it, like pure vividly. He's like, hey, keep drinking it. I went, no, that's disgusting. He went, so you wanted today? You wanted to be a big boy? Like, be a big boy? I was like, no. I just started greeting.
Yeah, I can only imagine, because I drank a fucking shandy, you know what I mean? Half beer, half lemonade, and I thought that was mine, never mind a full beer. I remember
the name of this thing. It was in a green stumpy bottle. I feel like he went away and got cat piss or something, put it in a bottle and put a ring.
Probably, aye. You've got all that to look forward to, man.
None of that. No. That'll be abolished, man. So after that was another time. It was the same with you. It was the millennium and that coming in, and my mum gave me a wee drink of peach schnapps lemonade. Lovely, absolutely beautiful.
Tremendous.
That. more of that, mother. That was my first kind of, I wasn't pissed, but just enjoyed that. My first pure pissed experience was the same as you, mate. Bought a Mad Dog, but I was smart enough to stay at my pal's house.
I should have done
when
that.
My pal's ma was going out, and there was nobody in the house, so I had an empty. Doing spinners, remember spinners? You do that, you'd have a wee drink and you go, oh, spinny round. Spinny round. But 2 weeks later, because my mate's ma found out we were doing it, she was pissed. Walked by the house I was staying in at the time, chat my ma's door, because she went like to me, I know you've been drinking, you better tell your ma. You tell your ma.
Aye, well.
And I was like, aye. Oh, big, I'll take the responsibility. You're right. No, you should have to go up and tell her. No, I'll say it. Absolute idiot. But turns out she was smart enough to go and double check that I'd done it. Pissed with a bottle of vodka and a bottle of lemonade in her bag, chat my ma's door at 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday.
Fuck.
So I got a phone call on my mobile. Get up the road. I went, how? No, I'm staying at my pal's. She's like, obviously, I can't see her eyeballs through the phone, but I can imagine that big raised eyebrows, eyeballs popping.
Fucking laser beams. Aye.
Get up the road, the new. No, Mum, I'm staying at my pal's. She's like, I'm telling you right now, you're not staying at your pal's. I'll see you when you get in. Hangs the phone up. Never been as scared ever, because you don't know you're going up the road. So I thought, I wonder what's going on here. So I up the road and I walk in. As I'm walking in, my mate's ma's walking out. Bottle of vodka in her horn, just a half bottle of vodka. She's left her mixer in there, idiot. And she's like,
you're like in the toilet.
she's like, see you later, son. And I'm like, oh no, I'm going to get him. I am a dead man.
Getting level.
And do you know what the thing is? Mum and Dad went into a room and they're sitting there, they're talking, and then mate, they were away for about an hour. I kid you not, I was that hour, see that, sitting, wondering, waiting,
sweating,
what's going to happen. Aye. So Mum and Dad came back in and they're like, so you know what you've done, and we know what you've done.
You're like, and what?
That's what we had to deal with at our front door. No. What do you think we should do? Obviously, I'm a wee guy. First answer, I don't know.
Nothing.
Don't know. Let's just kid on, it never happened. So it turns out that all my mum wanted to do was kill me, but we came to the agreement that I'll get no pocket money for a week.
Fucking hell, what a deal that is, by the way.
I know, mate. I know. My mum would have battered me black and blue, man. But lucky, censored heads, prevailed. And mate, I get away with a warning.
Fucking hell.
I know. I didn't play any sports. I didn't do any football and that, mate. I was a boring wee guy. So you were quite active in that. I was a boring wee guy, man.
How do you think you would react to that, right? Because see, I've not got kids, right, but you have. But I think for me, if it was my nephew,
mate, I've no idea.
I know, but
do you think you'd be the cool guy? Like, come on now.
I think I'm kind of the same, because my mum's quite a warrior, like a bad warrior. So, and I'm like that as well. Like, if I kind of get a hold of somebody, I think the worst thing has happened. Like, I remember my mum, she used to work through in Bathgate, and she used to have to drive, obviously, back to Bathgate. So it's probably a good hour and a bit drive. And this is when I was young, though. Like, I remember her. She's maybe finished at 5 o'clock, so I'm sitting waiting at 6:15, looking at the window, like, where is she?
Oh, right. You're so cute, aren't you? That's brilliant.
But petrified, like something's happened, and it's never left me. That's something that I think the worst. So I think if I had a kid, I'd be just too worried. I'd be like, no, you're not doing anything.
Aye, I feel that, mate. I do feel that. It starts to leave. It doesn't leave you, but I used to be her shadow. She's starting to walk, be her shadow. She can't fall. Aye. When she's at nursery and she's got me bruises and she's absolutely brand new. So you start to learn. You start to go, right, well, you're okay doing that. I don't know, the whole drinking thing comes down to trust in it. It just depends. You need to have this pally. I think it'll be a hard thing you need to have trust, but you also need to have authority, and you need to be liked, but then they need to know that you're the pair. I don't know, mate. I'll just get really, really drunk, so I don't remember any of that. That's what I'll do. That's a better way to go about it, innit?
Aye. I'm going to, because I know obviously my mum will be listening to this, so when I was still drinking, like as a teenager, like going out with your pals and whatever, I remember coming in, and my mum, she's no daft, right? I think to this day she probably knew I was drinking, but see, because I was all right, I was fine. Like, I came in, I could speak fine. I'd what you would do is you'd finish school on the Friday, right? 3 o'clock.
Oh, you're gonna a full playbook.
The full rundown, aye. 3 o'clock finish. You're on the bus home talking about what you're going to drink and blah blah blah. So then, what I used to do was save up my lunch money every week. So I would maybe buy like fucking £1 noodles out of a wee shop.
Mate, I was going to ask you that, and I was going to go like that. Did your mum send you to school with like £3 or £5 whatever?
Aye, like £3.50 or £5 or something.
£3.50.
That was, wasn't it? That was the magic number.
Aye, because you want to give him a £5, and you want to give him £3. So.
Aye. But I used to think about. I used to save all this up, and then it comes to the Friday. So Friday, right? You're home for 3:45, right? You're back at the door for 4. Like you're just changed.
Why were you
right back
finishing
out.
School so early?
You always finished early on a Friday, 3 o'clock.
You're setting you up for work life in a building site, wouldn't you?
No.
Right,
I mean, didn't start tonight.
Keep talking.
So finish school, bus home. You've already got everything planned out. Probably back at the door for 4 o'clock. You go meet your pals, and then you would stand outside the fucking shop, waiting for some shifty cat to walk by and ask to go in the shop for you. And depending on how much money you saved up, depending on how hungry I was through the week, depending on what I was drinking. But every night, so I would obviously have the drink. You'd probably finish. You try and drink it as quick as possible so that you sober up in time for going in. So I'd maybe go home at like, say it was 10 o'clock. So I've drank everything by 5 o'clock. So I'm fine, but you can obviously still smell something off your breath. So my mum used to be like, right, come here, let me smell your breath. And I would do the whole, try to breathe in. And then she'd be like, what have you been drinking tonight? Like, juice or something? And I don't know why, but I had it with cream soda. Right? So that was my thing. So then every single time I'd come in and she'd be like, oh, have you been drinking cream soda again? And I'm like, aye. So if you don't know,
asking if you're drinking, make sure you say it's cream soda, because my mum doesn't know. Your mum knew that it was having.
I know.
You're falling through the
if
front
you don't,
door.
If she doesn't know, then now you know.
See, all my pals are a wee bit older than me, so I chucked the whole drinking thing after I get absolutely pure. I get mind fucked that night with the whole drinking thing. Like, it was as if like
no angry, just disappointed.
All that chat, man. It was all that. So a few years went by in that, and I'd started just playing fives and just being just a normal wee guy. And I bumped into like Nath and Urquhart and that, and they were all like just turning 18, like about 17ish, just getting 18. So they were buying drink, so I didn't have to do the mad creep paste on outside the shop thing. So Urquhart a Friday, we'd all got to Andy's to play FIFA, and Urquhart came in with like a crate of beer, and I'd be like, oh wow, like, be pure cool, and try beer again. It was still howling, man.
But you forced yourself to drink it, didn't you?
100%, man. You do your best to be. You need to be a good drinking buddy, guys. The youth for the day need to learn this. So it got to the point where I would just go, I'm just going to stay at Andy's. So Andy only stayed like 4 closes up for me. I was like, right. Just come down the road. He stays 4 closes away. You don't need to. You're no miles away. No, come on, Mum, don't be like that. Come on, Mum, don't be like that, my pals. So eventually, I could stay at Andy's. So weeks upon weeks, Fridays and Saturdays, of me staying at Andy's, having a drink, playing FIFA. I think we maybe at one point pulled out GoldenEye. Like we were just
going for it.
Maddies, man, just pure. We were wild, yeah, man. So my mum's like that. See at 10 o'clock at night, come down the road. What for? She's like, just come down, and then you can go back up to Andy's, but come down first. Fuck, man, I've been rumbled. My mum knows exactly what I'm doing. So that night, didn't drink. Went down at 10. half
Try
nine-ish. The half 9, went down, she's like, you alright? I went, I'm fine, what's up? Why do you want to do this? And she's like, I just want to see you. I'm like, do you want me to stay in? What's going on? And she's like, no, you're fine, on you go. Then you're on the way up. I was drinking Big Beastie. Big Beastie, do you ever have Big Beastie? No?
Is that cider?
No, it was like a Smirnoff Ice kind of thing.
No.
Aye. I was a wee girl with the drinks, man. I loved a wee poof juice. No, but, I caught an Alcopop. I liked an Alcopop. But aye, my mum was the same. My mum knew what was happening. She just wanted to pure catch me red-handed, and Kenny was too smart. Young Kenny was a smart cookie.
We had one pal, Mick, who was 2 years older than us, right? So he was at the first one. We thought he was fucking brilliant. First one to drive, right? He had his own car. He had a wee Renault Clio. We used to all pile into and fucking drive about the streets for whatever reason. And
in between us.
Aye. And then he was also the first, obviously, to turn 18. So when he turned 18, it was like he wasn't even really asked about hanging about the streets anymore because he was 18. You know what I mean? So he had, but we used to phone him on like a Friday and be like, Mick, can you come down to go into the shop for us and all that? And he just became this fucking dial-a-booze. Like.
That's exactly what it is, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. What was the youngest you ever get served?
Well, actually, I've got a story about that. So the one thing, the next thing I was going to ask you, the next thing I was going to ask you was your first experience in a nightclub, right? So I'll tell you mine because you asked me that getting served.
Was that the first time you ever get served when you went to a dancing?
Aye.
Wow.
No.
How old were you? I know your mum's going to listen, she'll know. But
I know. No, she doesn't know, but I'll tell her now. I was 16.
Oh, Gav, just think, are you going to feel them alright? Are you going to feel okay about this?
Aye, because I'm older now, so...
You're a homeowner. Mate. You're a homeowner.
I'm a homeowner, I know.
Man. Doing. Might still be captain of FPLs, but we'll ban her. We can't. No, I'm kidding. No, we can't. We can't do that.
Can't do that. No. So I had I'd met this boy, Chrissy. He was a good pal. So he was 18. So and I'd met him through fucking college. I can't remember some street league. I used to do that street league thing.
Tinder, innit?
Grinder.
I was trying to remember the name.
So I met Chrissy. Chrissy was 18. I got pally with him. He's saying like, "What I came out in the so anyway, I was 16, so I didn't have any ID, obviously. So I had to like, do you know anybody who's got like an ID I could take? And he's like, I'll ask somebody. So he'd asked somebody who had an ID for somebody else. So none of us knew who he was, right?
Wow.
But this boy he was about 23. He had ginger hair and his forehead started back here, right? And
that's not you.
Not me at all, right? So we went to Vicky's. It was my first ever dancing. Wow. No, sorry, I'm talking shite. It was Tunnel.
Liar.
It was Tunnel.
Tunnel?
Aye. And
very safe, Max. Very safe.
So we went to Tunnel and I remember walking up the bouncers, obviously like ID mate. And I was like, aye. Gave him that. His name was Scott something. Say Scott fucking Douglas, right? So he's like, what's your name? He's like, Scott Douglas. And he's like, what's your date of birth? And I was like, that way paused for about 30 seconds. I was like, 11th of May 1991. He's like, right, on you go. I was like, fucking hell. He did not give a fuck.
What was the date of birth? Did you double check it? No. Or is that what it was? Aye.
I don't know, fuck knows. I can't remember, but I got it right anyway. So, but I was because see that way. See before you go, right? I was preparing fucking star signs and all that. Like,
aye, mate. I was going to say to you, do you know what's your star sign? You know, like, mate, I even knew. Well, I didn't know my star sign now, but until I was like 26, I didn't know my star sign, man.
Exactly.
And even that's all changed now. Might have all changed.
That might just change. Fucking raging.
Aye, you're a different guy. I've noticed since it changed.
But that was my first one. I used to go to Chris's after that. I was like, mate, can I stay with you?
Aye. How did that? I don't know how I managed this. What was the dancing up the tap? Was it up the very top of the tune across for the Greg's at Sucky Hall Street? Everybody went there. If you would go see where the Thistle Hotel was.
Aye. Oh,
you just drive right by that.
Fuck. My brother used to go to that. Destiny.
First experience of Destiny. I was 16.
Sticky flares.
15, 16. I somehow ended up bumping into pals for high school. Didn't know them that well. And they're like, aye, would you get a night out one time? Maybe I was 17, I think I was 16. Anyway, so we made all these arrangements and now up to our pal's house and they're all drinking bottles of bucket. I don't like that. It's a proper hard man's drink. No, you put it in the freezer. In the freezer it went. Came back out and I thought,
could have tasted it.
You can't pretend this is you can't tell everybody this is stinking because everybody's,
Aye.
You need to be cool. You need to be cool, Kenny. Kenny, be cool. So take it out and it's that freezing. You can't taste it. So we got up to the desk and they're in a queue. Like, I've no ID. Like, what do you ID? I got an all back. Like, I'm not smart as you. So we walk up and lucky I've always been quite tall.
Aye.
So one of the boys get ID'd, the other boy gets ID'd. It's like, right, on you go. And I stood there. They two go. And I went, oh, sorry mate. Right, cheers mate, cheers. And I go, the most thrilling thing ever. How
amazing, mate.
Unbelievable.
I remember.
Do you
remember the song? Do you remember the song that was playing?
Song?
I remember when you first walked in.
I thought there was a song at you. No, I wasn't that. I remember jumping about, trying to find people for the drum. Just try to find people for the drum chap.
You for the drum?
Aye, here mate. You got a Samsung charger? I just try to find somebody for the drum chap. I'm like, look me. Pow, I'm in the dancing. Did not find a soul. I still remember the night quite well. You think you're untouchable, don't you? You think you're a maddie.
Oh, you think you're fucking...
and you start buying everybody drinks because you think, I can get served in here. That's me now. That's me, him.
You've got a grand total of 30 quid in your pocket or something.
Aye. I don't even know how I afforded that night, man.
I know, but seeing you think back, like, never been a student and stuff like that.
It must have been. See, the thing is, you didn't come to Island College where it was still £1 a pint in colours and that, did you?
No.
Like, it's a fancy wee establishment now. The Colours Rest. I used to be £1 a pint in there on a Monday, and then you'd go up to Viper and it'd be £1 a drink. You could be 20 quid and you would give me with change. Like, unbelievable.
But I remember walking into the tunnel, right? And obviously, like you're saying, bear in mind, I'm still short, right? So back when I was 16, I was fucking tiny. I must have been about 5'2" or something.
No, you're probably the same height, mate. You don't grow. Thanks.
I probably haven't actually. But so I remember walking in, and you used to walk down the stair to the tunnel. So walking down the stair,
aye,
I think they're fucking brilliant. And Tayo Cruz Dynamite was playing.
Oh, what a tune, man!
Aye,
Dynamite. Now I told you once. That's a tune.
So I still remember that walking in and that was playing, and me thinking, I've made it. That's me.
Aye. It's even, I think up until maybe now. See now, if I get an up back, I definitely try and dispute it. But come on, mate, like, let's just talk to each other for a wee minute. Because before you'd be like, you need to get there before this time, because after that time that's us, we're gubbed.
And it was free entry before 12, you're like, right.
Even if you went like that, right, there's 7 years, so we do 2 twos and a 3, or we can't all got bigger, because this isn't, even these days, you can't do it. Like.
Yeah, I remember being in Newcastle. I went with my brother and a few of his mates, and he'd got engaged and we all went out to Newcastle, and I remember walking by pubs and the bouncers are like, you want to come in here, boys? Like,
aye, mate.
There's 8 years you're talking about?
Aye. When I went to Liverpool last year, and you didn't have to, you walk up eventually, we go, I think there was 13, 14 or something like that. This was our first day on the way down, and we've rocked up to a bar, and the guys went, look guys, fucking, this is going to be a pure shite weekend now, man. Because this is when Jet 2 fell down. We might go to Magaluf. No Jet 2. Thomas Cook. No, this isn't happening. I don't remember what happened because I was too drunk. He went, just go up the road, get out. He's all wearing shorts and joggies. Like, what he's doing? Sorry, mate. We literally threw our bags into where we were staying and just went out. I think we managed to rip it to about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, which is rightly enough. It's a Friday night. We're in the middle of like, the tune. We can't be scooting about. We can't be scooting about in
fucking chino shots and
stag do. shorts, mad black joggies. So I think England's a bit more.
It's laid back, innit? But see the thing, right? I don't like. See, this was only a year ago. Took maybe a year and a half. No, in fact, it wasn't even that. It was fucking January. It was February there. We had a.
This whole COVID thing's made you think life.
I know, honestly. So we had in my work, we have our Christmas, because it's a hotel and hospitality, you normally have your Christmas do in January. So we had those in February, so it was a wee bit later, but we went to the Hilton at the top of Glasgow, Doubletree, cracking night, and then
nice, very nice, isn't it?
Aye, and so afterwards, everybody's like, right, where are we going? Like, so everybody's like, oh, we'll go to the garage. So bear in mind, it's called
What?
the Oscars. It's called the Oscars. So
She's
we're all
on
wearing suits.
three
and all that.
pieces, aye.
So walked to the garage, people were fucking wrecked, and I was actually all right. Like, I wasn't steaming. And
Nah.
no, honestly,
I was singing this story.
no, I was drunk, obviously, but I wasn't like fucking wrecked.
There was
So
worse
walk
people.
up, aye. So worse people walk up to the thingy. The worst people all get in, and I'm thinking, all right, okay, just let us in. I walk up, me and another boy for work, and he's like, oh, no, the right, mate, to me. And I was like, why? And he's like, too drunk. I was like, mate, I'm not too drunk. Like, if I'm having a conversation with you like this, I'm not too drunk. Like, so it's not as if I was wearing like a fucking, like you say,
Aye.
fucking Hugo
Pure
Boss
t-shirt and
G-Star jeans or something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh, Paul, hey, steady. I'll get done.
not a stereotype, but that's when
I know
you
what
think,
mean.
right, somebody's going to cause trouble here or something.
You
Do you know what I mean?
you get white trainers on, because that is the sign of just absolute violence if you get white trainers on.
And I had a wee conversation, like you say, like when you get a bit older, you start to quit. You're like, mate, I'm just going to fucking enjoy it. I don't even like nightclubs. I don't even go to them. Like, I'm just gone because people are gone. And then he's like, nah, I think you're too drunk, mate. And I was like, right, okay, whatever. Like, so then everybody had to fucking come out there and go across to somewhere else. And you're like, I don't understand. I don't know how they make these. Aye. So, but I don't know how they make these judgments. So,
aye, but if they see everybody storming out, they go, right, well, that's
stupid
people, man. Like,
aye. Surely you need the business, I mean.
Aye.
See if if you could go back now, I know.
Aye.
But anyway, that's just annoys me because I'm like, fucking shut up. Like, if you cause trouble, then you get chucked out anyway. So what's the point? You know what I mean?
I know. I used to work with a guy that was a bouncer. I did. Do you ever hear the stories that they go like, oh, they play like all the bouncers in the town play snooker, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And they go, so if there's a guy with a red tap on, they give him a knockback. So if they can get a guy with a red tap a knockback, then they go for a colour.
Oh, no way.
It's all bollocks, mate. It's all lies. It's got to be lies.
Oh,
so that's, aye. John's just like, mate, it's not like it used to be. Like, they did used to try and look for this person and kind of, what's the word?
Stereotype.
No stereotype, but maybe
judge.
Generalise. I was judging people about they wear. So I knew it is about, like, because it's hard to tell the difference between sometimes a Primark t-shirt and a little Louis Vuitton t-shirt. Like, it's just a little Armani one. It's a black stitched Armani thing. Aye. He's like, you're just wanting to find out how many is there is, because it's not about you as a group. It's about if one guy bumps into you and you've got
7 mates.
You got 7 mates ready to jump in and they've only got 10 bouncers. So, aye.
I get it
anyway,
to some degree, but
it's still shite if you're turning up in a 3-piece. How you doing, mate? Aye, how's it been? And they're like that. Oh,
mate, imagine
too talkative.
We my brother's stag do. We just done it in Glasgow. We just had a big stag. It was about 20 years or something like that, and we booked like the golf lounge and had a good day out in there. It was brilliant.
Aye.
And I remember thinking, well, we are fucking never going to get into anywhere here. But we had to do that. You have to pure plan it. You're like, all right, we'll have 4 years going up, and then there are 3 going in, and then another, and you're like, fucking hell. Like, but I get it.
If 15 lassies turn up, when you come here,
the lassies are worse than guys.
They're violent, mate. They've got big weapons, man. They've got big heels,
big nails.
And then even if you book somewhere, you still have that fear. That's a shame, innit? What a shite we country we can be sometimes.
You should start a pub, mate, and just allow.
No. You can
be the bouncer because you're big and tall.
And I'll just like, no, nobody's getting in. Nobody's being favoritised. Nobody's getting in.
What was your first? Sorry, you going to say something?
Oh, you're going to keep going with the first, aye?
I want to know what your... I'm going to ask you, and I can't even remember mine, so I'm going to need to think. But what was your first experience going abroad? Do you remember that? In fact, I do remember. Aye. Go for
it. High school?
High school?
Aye, second year or something like that. Went to Barcelona.
Fancy.
Bit of bougie high school there.
What about your first lads holiday then? That'll be probably more interesting.
Magaluf. At the time, my girlfriend, I got really well with her pals, and her pal, I got him a job. So me and her 3 pals, we're all guys for some reason. We all ended up booking up to go to Magaluf. Go to Barhead Travel at Argyle Street, near where the gym used to work in. So went in there, get fucking fleeced beyond belief for a holiday. 4 fucking 17-year-old boys, 16, 17. Came out, I phoned my mum. Mum, I'm just going to book a holiday. Me and my pals are going. She's like, right, okay. I get home and she's like, did you phone me today? I'm like, aye, I booked a holiday. She went, no, you're not going anywhere. I went, what do you mean? She's like, I came off a night shift. Kenneth, you're not going anywhere. Full named. I'm always Kenneth, but she went, it was like the tone. You need to get that tone. She went, you're not gone. Like, Mum, I've paid the deposit. I need to go. She's like, no, not at all. Be stupid. You're not going to Magaluf. You and who? Who are these people? I've not met them.
Aye.
I know, but they're my pals. My pals, Mum. Listen, I don't care. You're not gone. Time went by. Money get paid, and I went. About a week into the holiday. I was saying that before I went on the holiday, we were all single, so we all ended up going on holiday, and it was nothing like you expected, man. It was you think you're going this just mad wild holiday, and you're not at all, man. The most exciting thing that happened was one of the boys decided to invite 2 lasses who get kicked out their room in a hotel to stay with us.
Oh fuck!
And we were already mad with it. So the next morning we woke up and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you inviting people to stay with? You're lucky they don't turn up. About an hour and a half later, man. Chap at the door. Hi guys. What do we do?
Do you remember where they were from?
England somewhere, man. England somewhere. Aye. So they stayed with us for a night. That was weird. Because you're just 17, in my opinion, 17, man. So young, man. So young. I remember being to people when you go.
Sorry.
You're suave.
I was just going to say, I remember being like 16, or I was just about to turn 16. I can't remember. And I remember having a conversation with my mum, right? And my mum obviously saying, like, basically what I was trying to say was, I'm getting a big boy now. Like, I'm 16. Like, I should be able to do this and that. And my mum's like, no, like, you're 16 years you've been on this fucking earth, and you think you're, do you know what I mean, an adult, and technically yeah, but your decision making is fucking flawed and it's terrible. So I
think it's different for everybody. Like, everybody grows up at different rates and matures at different rates, and there's a lot to be said for like your Mark Zuckerbergs who 20 odds or whatever age made Facebook and stuff, but man, there's such a grey area with everything. With all your, like, when you look back, was that really the right choice? But sometimes you look back and you go, that was a clever boy there. That was good. Well done.
Maybe that's why I don't like nightclubs now, because I've got it all at my sister.
Hey, that might be it, mate. What was the dancing that we used to go to in college? And it was £1 a drink.
Dancing?
That was a dancing. It was definitely a dancing.
Was it common?
It must have been common, aye. I thought I was so cool getting in there. I thought I was really cool, man.
That's where all the cool cats went, wasn't it?
It was you, mate. I just followed you.
There was do you remember the big throne, the big chair? Everybody used to get pictures on it, no?
No, I wasn't that cool.
There was a big chair in there.
Was it a big chair? Was it just a normal chair? Get on.
No, it was a big chair, mate. It was a big throne. But I remember getting a picture on it, and then like pure hoping that I wasn't on my phone and my mum seen the picture or something like that. Where were you there?
What age were you then?
Probably about 17 or something, 16, 17.
What age did you go to college at?
17.
All right, I thought you were 18 at the time. Oh,
No,
there you go.
just
Even at
worked out.
dancing? At dancing, aye.
Aye.
Wow. Well done, you. Done.
I
Right.
still have sorry mate.
Oh,
just
you're
last
still
night,
going to keep going? Right, okay.
on a Friday, or if you're in the Friday, like going down to the Esquire. having a
Did
beer.
you get served in there as well?
I
aye?
got served in the
Oh
Esquire.
my God, man.
A burger and a beer.
You're such an old soul, aren't you? I know if I tell that's because that's the start of
Fuck's
the
sake,
keg.
Kenny.
It's just because it's the start of the keg. It's just I'm just dying to drink it.
Aye, burger and a beer on a Friday was. I felt like I'm just finished.
Did you know?
A hard
Did you know
day's
the
graft,
sport
so I joined
for the? You've no.
No,
Did you know the sport for the start of the day at the end of the day? But no.
no, there was some theory stuff in there,
Right.
like anatomy and all that. But the majority of it,
It was all fitness,
sport.
wasn't it? It was all.
aye, all fitness.
Right.
What were you going to say then? You going to wrap us up?
We're going to wrap up.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to wrap me up there.
No,
No, like a Christmas
no.
present, just wrap.
No, it's right. Oof, we're in a corner.
What were you
No, I
going
was
to say?
going to see if what else you had written down because you had a lot of notes in that, didn't you?
Didn't have a lot.
If there was
you know.
anything else you wanted to cover, did you know? No.
One thing, go back to COVID. Remember, I was telling you about that boy on Twitter, that joke. It said,
Yeah.
his name's I think it's Ray Bradshaw. He's like a Scottish comedian.
Oh, I
He's
thought you were going
man,
to tell the joke first, and then
Aye.
you were going to give him credit.
I'll give him credit. In case
Oh,
people
that's
think
nice,
I've said it, but so basically, there was a big uproar about Stanley Johnson, who's Boris Johnson's dad, for anyone that doesn't know, and he was pictured shopping, but he didn't have a mask on, and the guy's in his fucking mid 70s or something like that. So this boy Ray on Twitter had wrote, Stanley Johnson not wearing a face mask isn't as bad as Stanley Johnson not wearing a condom back in 1963.
Oh, mate, it's so true, man. It's true.
The boy Kenny in work, Kenny, the other Kenny.
Aye. Hughes might be here tonight, wasn't he?
He was high.
They phone in sick.
Chat it, aye. He does a fucking brilliant Boris Johnson impression, man. It's spot
Does
on.
he?
Oh, spot on. Really, really funny. Fucking wish we had him on now.
I think there's a lot to be said for him not coming on. Then we must be like either no care or just we're doing all right. We're doing good.
Aye.
It's annoying because I wasn't wanting to wrap up. I was just pure enjoying that there.
So was
I
that.
really
That's why.
I don't know.
That's why I was getting all defensive.
Chat away, mate. Chat away. I was just trying to find. I was like, I'm googling the news, see if there's anything funny to talk about. It's not any serious stuff, man. It's just all real life, man.
See, since you're a
real
fucking
life for this
expert in riddles, you get any riddles for me, no?
No, mate. No. Memory, with that sort of thing. No. What gets wetter as it dries is probably the one that I would probably have remembered, but I stole that.
We done it. So at the end of the last day every month, as you know, like in work, we'll have a 12-hour shift, 9 till 9. So try and maximise a month's and blah. And we, in between when we're phoning and we're doing all these sales and stuff like that, we try to have a bit of downtime. So we must have sat for about 25 minutes or 25 minutes just on a riddle website, www.riddles.com, as you said.
Is that a thing?
Probably, mate. I don't know, but some of the riddles were brilliant. See that way, see when it comes to it and you get the answer and you're like, fuck,
Mate, see
so
the fact
obvious,
that
man.
you've asked me 2 on the trot and I've got both of them. Life can't get any better for me right now. Right,
You get a hard one then.
right. No, very quickly, just in a kind of serious, kind of no serious. Let's talk about the social dilemma.
Oh,
Just briefly. I mean, we can't talk about it briefly. We'll talk about it for as long as we like, because it's
exactly.
our podcast. Turn off now if that's you. Right, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Gary, explain it. What is it
So,
for people who
The
don't
Social
know?
Dilemma. It's a show on Netflix. What they're looking to do is teach you what you using your apps is doing and how your apps are programming you to use them as much as possible, as frequently as possible. So your Instagrams, Facebooks, Snapchat, everything that runs an ad, they're looking for you to be on your phone, looking through the apps all the time. And this show shows you why and how they're doing it. And at more than a conscious level, they're showing you how they're doing it at a subconscious level. So they tell you in 3 platforms, they're telling you through like a rendition, like a family, and how it shows and develops in that family. They're showing you through 3 wee guys pretending that they're the internet inside your phone, trying to get you to use your phone as much as possible. And then there's the people who used to be the CEO of Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, early starters, Twitter, and their jobs were purely to get you on that platform. So I think it's an hour. I think 50, 40
or something.
An hour, aye, it's a good mate. I've not even watched it all yet, man. I can't wait to watch the last 40 minutes, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that to Paula. You know, that's Netflix cheating. I wouldn't do that. But, I mean, I might watch it and no tell her, but it's so interesting, man. Like, even the guy at the start who was he said he's openly admitting that he's addicted to email. Him and 30 other people him and 30 white people for Silicon Valley were dictating how 2 billion people viewed their emails. And they were looking for the most addictive way to get people to constantly look at their emails, constantly be replying to emails, and always opening all their emails. He's like, I didn't feel this was ethical. He's like, I didn't feel right. And then he sent out the big email blast, a presentation explaining why, for as much as everybody was working on getting people using it, but there was nobody there to control the addiction. There was nobody there to stop an addiction. Everybody loved it. And then it got to the CEO. He got called out of the office, and then it was never heard of ever again. And he chucked it. After that. It was kind of a whistleblower. It's like a whistleblower in it, at least.
Aye. Do you know the most interesting part for me was when they kind of dramatise it, right? So it's quite good watching because it's not just a documentary where you're getting facts. It's like the one you're talking about with the 3 guys are in like a big office space and they're looking at a projector screen and they're supposed to be the app. So say it's Facebook, right? Take Facebook for an example. So these guys they're talking about how, you know, how can we get people on this platform all the time? So they know that all this data is going back to them and they know when you're looking at your phone, right? So they know you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night because you don't check your phone after 10 o'clock because people check their phones so much. And the most kind of interesting part for me, and it made, when we watched it, I was like, fuck me, I didn't realise it was that
obvious.
Aye, obvious. I loved. So you were like, you're sitting, you've not been on your phone. Do you know what the worst one is for me? It's LinkedIn, right? So see if I don't go on LinkedIn, I get this notification that comes up. See, I don't go on it for like 2 hours. That's how quick it is.
Let me see if I've had one. Go, keep talking.
I'll probably have one now. So if I don't go on LinkedIn for a couple of hours, I've not got one, bastard.
They've heard this, you know.
So basically what they'll do is they'll it's almost like a clickbait. They'll get you on the app. Once you're on the app, they'll bang, show you something interesting. So basically how they work it is like you're sitting, you've not been on your phone for 2 hours. I think, right, how can we get you back onto this app? And then they'll send you some stupid notification or fucking like it's so and so's birthday today. So you need to click on it to get it away, and then you're on it and you end up scrolling and you end up looking at ads and you look at this and that. That was the most interesting part because for me, as I say, LinkedIn, I've turned my notifications off for Facebook, Instagram, everything.
Have you?
I'm sick of getting them.
Wow.
But LinkedIn, I don't.
No, sorry. No, I don't. Do you keep it on? Do you keep them on?
I don't know why.
Why LinkedIn of all the platforms? Why LinkedIn?
I think it's because it's a professional platform, so you think I'm not going to get shite. Do you know what I mean? So the only notification you're going to get is something that maybe today be a work or today be an employer contacting.
What about Twitter?
I turned it off.
Aye. Keezy has now, me and him were talking about it, and he's like, you need to watch that. And I'm like, you need to watch the Great Hack. Is like, so he's like, look at my phone, like Instagram, Facebook, all the social platforms are all like dark on his iPhone. I'm like, what's that for? He's like, so I've set a time limit now. Each day I can only go on these apps for a set amount of time, and then after that it just cuts me off. I'm like, that's amazing, man. That's really, really good. But see how the one that you're talking about with the wee guys in the head, and they're like, he's not been on his phone. This is peak time. What's going on? He's talking to his mate about a girl, and they're like, he's really interested in that girl. And why? Right, we'll send her a notification. We'll say somebody's online. Say hi. So he picks up his phone and gets a notification saying Jimmy's online. Say hi. And they're like, we've got him. Right, let's send his next notification is that girl. And then it scrolls and he sees that girl and he's like, right, he's liked that. And he's like, right, let's get an ad in there. And he's like, press the sale button. And it just kind of randomised, like, boom, we've sold the hair wax ad for 2.5 cents. Like, that is exactly what it is, man. It's
everybody's, because that's what they were saying was, if you've got an ad that's free, there's a reason for it, because they don't get paid for people to download the app. They get paid through ads. So it just depends on how many people are. If they can go back to a company, say, just looking at Mad Dog, right? Say it's Mad Dog 2020, and they're looking. It's called
Mad Dog, by the way. Do you think it's called MD? Do you think it stands for Mad Dog?
I hope so, because I've been saying that for 10 years.
Many years. I'm going to Google that quickly. Like, you keep talking.
So say it's Mad Dog.
I'll probably get an ad here.
Mad Dog 2020 are you're, as a marketing person or a salesperson for Facebook, just take for example, you're going to Mad Dog and saying, you know, we've got 4 million people using our platform. We want you to pay us, you know, 50 cents or 10 cents for every person who views that, and we can send you the analytics and all the views and whatever. So you're like, well, that's why, because if you went to them and said, oh, we've got 10 people, what they'll be like, fuck off, like, we'll pay you nothing.
But the guy that worked for Facebook said was it Facebook or Google? He said there's a massive misconception with people in this, where they think that Facebook are selling data to people. That there are no people are coming to Facebook and saying, this is what we're selling. Can you sell that at scale for us? And they go, yes, we can. We can go, like, we could put an ad on Instagram, like, we could go for 18 to 30, like, people who talk shite, beer, and sometimes have guests on. And then that's who that it would go out to, that specific a person. It's that
audience,
it's that honed in that they have that many or that much data on each individual person around the planet. Because a girl in the Great Hack said that data is now worth more than oil in today's world.
Fuck, that's crazy, yeah.
It's mad. Because it's that, like, that the guy says, but he works for Google. He's like, they have these computers that are huge. They have like
servers,
floors upon floors upon floors, like underground, and it goes that far underground. It's now underwater, and it's just collecting data and creating an algorithm and spitting out ads, and it's at global scale. It's unbelievable that they're reaching you at a subconscious level. We should really text them or something, like, just, you know, get in touch with them. Yeah.
Seeing you said they're underwater. The other Kenny, who shot himself, didn't come on. He's got loads of interesting facts, and we were talking about this obviously the other day, Kenny, and working. He said to me, he's like, have you heard of the underground or submerged servers that who was it? Google? I think it was Google.
That's what it's in social dilemma.
So they've got it in. I think it's just off the fucking Isle of Wight or something, like some random place.
Oh, right. No, I didn't know that.
So it's underwater, right? So it's this big tanker that's underwater. And basically what they've said is they spend X amount of money on cooling down servers, having to keep the air conditioning going because it's so warm. You imagine all these computers running, servers running, it's a warm place. So they managed to figure out that if you had one underwater, then it's a self-cooling system, and it's free. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, fuck me, man. Like, but there's
There's more than one. They've got one in
right, okay.
San Francisco. Microsoft have got them as well. I mean, how does it work though? Like, how do they manage to like get them to function underwater? That's mental.
Aye.
But no, it makes so much sense. Like, the further you go underground, it must get colder. So if you can get these things underwater in the ocean can be quite cold. Like,
the ocean scares me, man. We were going to do a podcast in the ocean.
Oh no, we still should. I mean, the ocean's the limit. Like,
the space won it though. Remember the poll?
It did. We'll do space. We should do space next. We should
hopefully get
a few guests. We'll go and do space, and we'll watch the David Attenborough thing, and then we'll do the ocean. Right? Deal?
Go for it. Here's a wee fact for you.
Oh, he's going to have a fact to end.
I know. So, just talk about space, right? I watched this thing on Netflix called The Universe. I've watched a couple of episodes, but the first episode was about the sun, and it explains the purpose of the sun and how, whatever. So basically, the Earth is like perfectly aligned in this whole thing. So with the orbiting and stuff like that. So basically, in Australia, they've got the highest rate of skin cancer.
Yep.
Right. Do you know why? No. Just in case. You said that quite confident there, as if you knew.
They don't wear sun cream. They get the most sunlight, the hottest climate, they're fucking stupid people.
No, so basically when the sun has these like kind of mini explosions, I can't remember the proper terminology for it, right? But it's got these mini explosions and it sends all these fucking
plasma.
Well, it might be.
It might be
towards the Earth's atmosphere, right? Because we are obviously in front of it on its eye line. So that sends that, and basically our atmosphere it's almost like a protective sheet that goes around the Earth. So where Australia sits, that's been hit the most time. So there's a small gap that the UV is extremely powerful. So that's why it gets through and exposes a lot.
Melanoma.
It's like fucking hell, it's crazy.
So it's just by luck though, isn't it, that Australia get hit with maybe, I don't know, speckles of the sun, the plasma or whatever it might be that comes off the sun. And that's why it's so warm. I mean, you need to take the good with the bad with that country, don't you? You can't.
It's sunny, mate.
Oh, I'm going to send you a picture of this spider if it's still there, man.
Don't send me a picture of a spider, man.
It's a big one, mate. You like it?
Ken, I don't know if you know, but I hate moths, right? Don't know why.
Of all the things.
So moths, I hate them.
See if you do that to a moth, will fall apart. Die.
I know it's not going to do it to me, but I just don't like the way they move.
They're very erratic, aren't they? They're very like...
Aye.
Aye.
So I don't like them, I don't like spiders, right? So like, Johnny Longlegs to me is a fucking disaster because it's a flying spider in it.
They are so big sometimes. Like, as of late.
I've had big ones in here. But anyway, sorry.
Apparently they're the most poisonous things in the world, like for their size to poison ratio, but they can't bite you. Their mouth isn't big enough to bite you. Aye.
I'm fucking scared of them even more now.
You tell us the story now, quickly.
I was just going to say, Jamie, the manager in work today, he came in and he's like, up his hands, he's like, Gav, you're scared of spiders, eh? And I was like, fuck off, like, don't come near me. But he done that, and there was a moth, I'm not joking, about that size in his hand. I was like, fuck off, he's chasing me about with it, and I'm like, fucking...
Did he catch it? Aye.
It was dead. So it was dead and I'm still scared of it.
Here is the most interesting fact that anybody who knows our manager, he's done the bull run in Spain twice.
He has, aye.
That is the manliest thing you could ever do as a man or a woman. Innit? That must be like the cojones.
It's fucking stupid, but isn't it? When you think about it. Like,
I mean, I'm impressed. I can't help but be impressed by something like that. Like,
aye, fair enough. It's something to go and visit an event, but how did that come about?
It was something to do with they were protesting because I get asked the questions that you need to ask to kind of get the knowledge to understand why. It was about protesting the death of one of their Patriot Saints or something like that. And that's why they wear white t-shirts with a red thing because you get hung. So
fuck.
I mean, that was an absolute fucking.
That's deeper.
Dreadful question. I don't know how the Bills came in it. Maybe his name is Bill something.
Bully.
Here you go. Oh, the urban myth that daddy long legs are venomous is just that. Gutter, man.
Fucked it.
Aye. But there you go. We'll end with a pure, absolute bitter disappointment, eh?
Straight fact. That's what we do best, mate.
It wasn't even a fact. It was an opposite of a fact. It was the opposite of a fact. A lie. It was a lie. Right, buy your hoodies, subscribe, like, comment. Thanks for listening this far as usual, Margaret. That was lovely. Thank you. Anything else, Kev? No?
Covered everything, mate. Aye. I will didn't have any cover because we just won it anyway. But
Aye, mate. I would only do this once in a while. People liked format. We discovered that out quickly, but it's nice just to shoot shit sometimes, isn't it?
It is, mate. It is. So,
okay.
No, mate, not the cover. Aye, good to go until next time. We've got a few busy weeks coming up, I think, with a guest, eh?
Aye. Well, don't, you know.
I'm not divulging any information, mate. I know.
Aye, just don't jinx it. Just let's hope these people turn up, and that'd be lovely.
It would be. But anyway, have a good night, mate.
Take care.
We'll catch you soon.
Ciao now, man. Bye.